Okay. Good morning, you guys. Thanks for joining me. We're going to have just a few consultants share what they've been learning in the expos. And first up, we have Jackie.
Hi, guys. I knew she was going to tag me.
Good.
I was helping my mom move. So far I've only watched Cassie Stevenson navigating the ups and downs. And I've only gotten through day 3, but day 3 hit me like the tornado. So she was talking about weather, like predicting the weather and stuff. And day 3 was like an avalanche, and your business can come down, so fast. But Jen Dolan actually is my husband's ex-wife. So I have been helping her as long as she's been helping me. So we kind of feed off of each other. And I had my best months in May and June, and she saw what it lit under me. So that's when she started doing hers a little bit more, which when Cassie was talking about the weather from start joining in the getting a rhythm down, and then day 2 was the tornado, and then day 3 was the avalanche. And I just stopped that avalanche and I had my aha moment, and I'm like, oh my God, that's where I am right now. Because I flipped my mom. So my mom had a party and I flipped her. So now she's one of our newest consultants, but she's retiring in November. So I'm hoping that in November, when she wants to go ahead and put a little bit more into it, then she can help me get the incentive trip. So that's what I'm trying to do with her. But I haven't even gotten past day 3 on Cassie, and I was just like dumbfounded on how much it felt like she was talking to me. I think somebody else in the group said that she was watching Cassie and she felt like she was speaking directly to her. So that's everything came into kind of like focus that's where I am in my business right now on day 3. And I've been selling since October as well. And I only put in it to keep myself active because I was having surgery. And then once I had my surgery, I was like, now I can put more into it. And Jillian's been pushing us. So it's kind of like a healthy push and something that we need because we can fall back on each other. And it's like, we have our own personal Facebook chat with all of Jillian's girls. And I know Megan's here and Jen Dolan and a bunch of us were in there. And we were just like, yesterday, we were just like, we're here for everybody. And you don't realize how big of a impact Scentsy in itself has on your life in particular. And when I joined, I was like, oh, is it just going to be another one of those, I get the kit and I leave or whatever. But it's been more like everybody's been pushing you and they cheer for you. And it's kind of like you have all these sisters and brothers and friends and aunts and uncles and everything, but we haven't even met in person. But everybody's joining, cheering you on. So if I get past day 3 on Cassie, then I'll be like, okay, now that's the next phase of my business and what I want to do with it. But so far that's just, I've stopped.
I love it. That makes me want to go check out Cassie. Okay. So do you want to tag the next person to share?
I'm going to tag Courtney because she is my shape person and it's only us.
Our shape leader.
Okay, my name is Courtney and I live in Williams, Arizona. I have had a busy weekend, so I have not looked at any expos yet. So I'm looking forward to learning a lot from all of you.
I'm here for the same reason, Courtney. You want to tag someone else?
Heather.
Good morning. So I am Heather. I am a superstar consultant. I live in Holiday, Florida, which is about 45 minutes from Tampa. And but currently I'm coming to you from Asheville, North Carolina. So fun fact is that every SFR, and I've been to everyone since I joined in 2016, starting with Nashville, I drive to and from whatever SFR it is. And so this year I was supposed to drive, of course, to Salt Lake City, and I'm sad. So instead I took a short trip to North Carolina to keep up with my little thing that I do. So I have gotten on, and I've only watched 2 so far. But one big thing for me is that I am working towards director this and my team is super important to me. And not only myself, but my team. And I am just going through these one by one, one after the other in the order that they're in, so that I can take notes for myself, for my team, and for everybody else. So I've gotten to the 8 Ways to Save Time on Your Workstation by Hannah Kottner, if I said that correctly. And then I got the additional social platform trends to watch by Jamie Myers. So somebody earlier was talking about that too. And what I love about these is that there are a lot of kind of FAQs from your new teammates, and these two are up. Oh, so sorry, I had a little interference. These two are important because they kind of sum up those little itty bitty questions, and I love that I can share that. So for instance, like if you're chatting back and forth with home office and you're getting on your workstation and you're like, well, did home office answer me? You'll know because that red bar pops across the top. And so for our new consultants, you don't have to dig into going into the chat and getting off the workstation, because you kind of have to go back and forth with that. And you'll know right away whether or not you're getting an answer. And my big thing that I really kind of took away is that for my social media platforms, I definitely don't use all of them. And shame on me, slap my hand. I don't use all of them like I should. And it was interesting to find out some numbers, like 83% of women on Pinterest simply make the purchase for the home, and that's where they're shopping from and getting their ideas. So I know I said it in a previous kind of conversation that we had last week on Zoom, is to kind of simplify things. When you're making that post on your YouTube or your Pinterest, even TikTok, whatever it is, you want to make it real life. So if you're posting something and it's consistently just advertising, like from a sales point of view, people are going to tend to kind of push away. But if you're making it that this is real life, especially if you're wanting to recruit somebody, then you want to simplify it and make it a part of everything that you do, so that it's easy for somebody to say, hey, I can do that too. So the whole trends to watch and social platforms, I'm really loving that one, because that's my next big step to kind of condense everything down. But I love it that I can share all this information with my team too, especially all my newbies and the people who I will be, will be in the future recruiting. This stuff here is just so important. And last but not least, quickly before I call on somebody else, when you're at SFR, what I love about the virtual way is that normally when you're at SFR, you're in the big groups, you can only choose like up to 4 things that you go to, because the breakout sessions are time limited, and you go in and you do a couple, but you can't get to all of it. And so what everybody is getting this time around is you have access to everything at your fingertips, and do it all. Don't just pick and choose a couple and say, okay, I'm done, because you never know what you're going to get on and learn. Do it all, because when you are at SFR in real life person, you don't have that opportunity to do it all, and now you do. So it's, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You have no, I'm like, ah, I could do it all. So I love it.
Heather,
all right, so
that is awesome. That's awesome. I'm going to end the recording real quick, and then we'll call the next person. So if you guys like what you heard, join our next live Zoom 3 times a day tomorrow and 2 more today.